Floyd Ross back at it again with another gameplay commentary, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you guys know what's going on, the George Floyd situation, his unnecessary death at the hands of a police officer, is upsetting. It's upsetting. It's sad. It's disgusting. It's a situation that myself personally, I fear. And I fear not because I'm doing something illegal or I find myself, hanging around the wrong individuals and I could potentially, get caught by the police and sent to jail, ruining my life with my actions. No, I'm scared because of my skin. Now you may think I'm making this up, but no. Anytime I've ever been pulled over by the cops, I get a little bit nervous. Especially since I know I'm not doing anything. I still get nervous, and it shouldn't be that way. I unfortunately saw the video, and I didn't see it in its full entirety, but I couldn't. It just hurt my heart to see somebody's life ended in such a horrible fashion, and it didn't need to happen. And here's the thing that I want people to understand. This is a situation that's been going on longer than people may know. How many situations like George have happened without a camera being present, without someone recording it? It goes untalked about. The only situations we hear about are the situations that come to light. Just think about it. If people really wasn't, glued to their phones and didn't have their phones on them at all times, do you think we would get notified about all the police brutality that goes on behind closed doors? I don't think so, man. I say this from someone that is just tired of it, man. Just frankly tired of it. Now, I will expound on certain things here. I don't hate police. Fun fact, my father is a police officer. He's been a police officer for over 20 years. And of course, I would never want anything to happen to my dad. I know that's the risk that he takes, but he's not one of those cops that uses his badge in a malicious way. He doesn't seek out trying to hurt individuals. He doesn't want to use his gun unless he has to. So I'm not one of those people that feel like, oh, the next solution would be to fight the police and arm ourselves and be ready to go to war with the police, because I don't think that makes anything better. And I don't want that. Even if my father wasn't a police officer, I still wouldn't want that, because at the end of the day, there are good cops out there. There are great cops out there that actually protect and serve, and they have families and loved ones as well. And I wouldn't want them to lose their lives over hatred. But one thing that I do think needs to be addressed is the fact that this can't keep going on. This is, we shouldn't be saying R.I.P. George. He shouldn't be on a t-shirt, man. If you've seen the video, you understand why. It's just one of those things where I can't think of any reason why someone would have their foot or their knee on someone's neck when they are already in a position where they can't escape. You have them restrained. You have the cuffs on them. Why the excessive force when people are pleading with you to, all right, you can get off his neck. He's bleeding from the nose. He's saying he can't breathe, and then he passes out, and you still have your foot on his neck. I don't think you guys understand. If you have someone restrained and you just put a little bit of pressure with your knee, not your foot. I keep saying foot, but if you just put a little bit of pressure with your knee on someone's neck, you could seriously hurt them and kill them just with a little bit of pressure. And you could definitely tell he had a lot of pressure on his neck, and it's just awful, man. It's awful, bro. And now there have been riots going on. I've seen videos of a Target in Minneapolis being looted, where people are looting stores and stuff like that. That I don't agree with, man. I don't agree with that. I don't think that is necessary. I don't like seeing that. Like, what does destroying a store and stealing from a store, how is that helping the situation? How does that make everything better? It doesn't bring George back. It's not going to stop police abusing their power. I know that doesn't help. It's quite sad. It's messed up, and my prayers go out to his family and friends, man. Like, this is just, when is it gonna end? Like, when? At what point does it stop, man? I will say this. The one thing that I have noticed lately with this whole situation is I like seeing other races get involved in this conversation. Mainly white people. This is probably one of the few times I've seen so many white people like actually say something, man. And I think that's where the change begins. When you start outraging, like, not outraging, but when you start drawing the attention of other races, it helps. Because if it's just us black people, it's not doing nothing. It hasn't done nothing for years. It's not. Our voice it's not strong enough. This needs to be a universal thing. This needs to be a all race inclusive situation, not just white, Latino, Asian, the Asian community. Like, everyone needs to come together and understand that this is not acceptable. All life is important, bruh. And it just seems like black lives aren't that important. Or it's not that important when situations come up like this. Now, I'm not saying that police officers, once again, should be hunted down and stuff like that. No, I don't agree with that. That's not what I'm all for. I'm all for finding a common ground and finding a way where we can make some type of changes where stuff like this doesn't happen. I want to get to a point where if I get pulled over and I know I didn't do anything wrong, I don't have to worry about, is he going to shoot me? You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to get, harassed? Am I going to get beat down? I don't want to have to worry about that. I want to be able to, all right, he's pulled me over or she's pulled me over. Let me give him the proper information. We discuss it, what the situation is, and we go from there. That's it. I don't want to have to be tense. You don't understand. Literally the other night, I was heading back home. It was late, and there was a cop car behind me. And the cop car pretty much followed me all the way till I got close to the crib. And then they kind of tailed off into another direction. That entire time, I was tense. I know I didn't do anything wrong. I know I didn't have anything illegal on me. I wasn't drinking. I was sober. I was driving under the speed limit. And it's one of those things where it's like, yo, the fact that I have to do that the fact that I feel that way is not cool, man. So I just wanted to put this out there. I do know what's going on with that situation, and I'm very disgusted by it overall. It's disgusting, and I just want there to be change. I don't want the looting and the rioting. I don't want that. I want there to be some type of change for the better for everybody, you know. And like I said, I do like the fact that more people outside of the black American community are speaking up on it, and that's what we need. That's really the only way things will change. When more people start speaking up on these issues outside of our race, I think that's when things could get a little bit better. It's not gonna happen overnight, and to be honest with you, this sounds kind of messed up, but there's a good chance this will happen again. There's a good chance this is not over. I'm willing to bet this may happen again sometime this year. And there are reports saying that the officers involved may not be charged. I know they were fired, but they may not be charged. And if that happens, to be honest with you, I think it's going to cause even more riots. It's going to cause more outrage. People are going to be upset because people feel like these individuals deserve to go to jail. Do I agree with that? Yes, I do. Simple. I get it. The other officers that was there, they weren't in the act of I guess you could say pinning down George. Like they none of them had their knee on his neck, but at the same time, none of them said anything. None of them said anything at all. And that's where things got to change. You know, sometimes you got to hold people accountable. Sometimes you got to step in and say, hey, man, all right, you're doing too much. You feel me? And it's just one of those situations where it's like, if you got one person doing that and no one else steps in, you're just watching it happen. You're watching a man plead for his life and he dies. You're part of the problem too, man. So I want to get your comments. I want to get your thoughts on this. How do y'all feel about this whole situation? How do y'all feel about George Floyd's death? And do y'all have any solutions? Do y'all have any reasonable solutions? Something reasonable. I'm not talking about anything extreme. I'm talking about, do y'all have any reasonable ideas or solutions that can make this situation better, where we don't have to have these type of conversations frequently? If you have any insight on that or any suggestions, let's have that conversation in the comment section. Like, I want to get your guys' thoughts and opinions. It's really sad. It's really messed up. But hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay commentary, man. Just give you guys an update. I'm gonna try to get me a game capture card, so most likely it'll be Elgato. I've been looking into it. I'm gonna try to get me an Elgato game capture card, so that way you guys can hear the in-game chat and not just only the game audio, because the in-game chat, the rage on this game is so real. So I would like to, be able to bring that to you guys, and just make the content overall more enjoyable. But I want to get your thoughts and opinions on this whole George Floyd situation, and I would really like your guys' input. Doesn't matter where you're from, what side of the fence you stand on this situation. I want to get your guys' opinion, and have just a discussion in the comment section. But I appreciate all the love and support. Road to 20K. I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.